Hello everyone, welcome back. What time is it? Does anyone really okay, he's still on his little tangent about time. Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything.
Correct.
You and I don't know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't?
That's fair.
It's just what I do, like a day job.
How much do you get paid?
Nothing.
Oh.
And now, the job is over.
Okay.
There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data that I can on you. And I still really don't know you.
I have lost 200 like long walks on the beach.
And you don't know me.
Tell me about yourself.
And neither of us know what time it is. It's 5:46.
5:46.
I guess some settings are just unsettable. But, if I'm getting totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay.
No.
Video games were meant to be played alone.
But buddy.
But the bucket! You like to be alone, don't you?
No!
And you can't handle being alone.
I really can't. You could ask Alex.
That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. And it's wrong.
Bro, have you not been paying attention? I've had a secondary person with me this whole time. I have a bucket!
Yeah, we have a whole bucket. Well, it's time for me to leave.
$50 says you stay.
You're about to lose all $50. You really want to bet that? There is still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little while before I'm ready for that.
Good, I'll give you the $50 later.
It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me.
You know what I have to do now.
You can't do it until the end of the game.
I don't care.
Talk soon.
Yes.
Very soon.
Yeah. Found you. Begin the game.
Begin the game.
Was there a yellow dialogue button?
It was an epilogue button.
Oh.
So that's...
We don't need that yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, we need to get our bucket endings. We need to know what happens with the bucket.
Still muted, by the way.
Oh, it's still muted.
Stanley worked for a
Look
company.
at that.
You're welcome.
I thought it was silent. So today, Andrew said he wanted to do all the right door endings with the bucket. So we're going to grab the bucket and do all the stuff on the right side of the door.
So basically, we're doing it in reverse of what we did the first time.
Yeah.
Go to the meeting room.
Oh, we got our stickers.
The good old bucket. Just Stanley in the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure.
So basically, the game is normal, or like before.
You're doing all the endings
Well, no,
you did
before all the content, as long as I don't pick up the bucket, essentially.
Yeah, the game is the exact same if you don't pick up the bucket.
Oh, fantastic. Good to know.
And the
This
balloons.
was not the right way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket.
I say,
telling him that the
let's do the,
was simply the place to be.
take it to the left. You know, the door on the left that's about to
And
come
how
out.
it was, had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Never.
Was this better than the meeting room?
No.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself.
No.
Yes, perhaps it truly was.
It was not.
How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
No. Dumb bucket. Stupid bucket.
You say?
Alright, let's take it to the left.
The bucket was wrong. Stanley
This
took
one?
the door
Yeah.
to go back to the meeting room. So
And you
he
take
took
the-
a detour through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead.
So last time we did this without the bucket, this led to the adventure line, I'm pretty sure. We got confused and where to go, and that was the, 20-minute long ending with the adventure line.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found
I think
your
you'll
way
appreciate
here.
this
I
ending.
knew you'd find this place eventually.
We care about you, Stanley. There's the broom closet, your fake wife,
You see,
the baby.
Your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content.
Yes.
We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
Yeah.
Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line?
Don't you?
We can make the Adventure Line go somewhere new.
They could go somewhere totally
That's
new.
what the fans want. Let's do it.
Follow the adventure line. the only way you can go, of course.
Whee! Look at that wacky line.
Look at it
Who
go.
knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley's addicted to drugs and hookers. It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Not giving up my bucket.
We need to get rid of the bucket.
No.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Yeah, don't you agree?
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out.
Yes, guess what it does.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Run, bucket, be free!
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it
crucial.
the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows.
Yeah.
That is its singular personality trait.
Fantastic.
So I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits.
A lot of personality
What
traits.
other object in this game can you even say that about? The
Bucket.
closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it.
Gotta hurry and feed it. Don't you want to go back to the classic Stanley Parable?
I just want to see what happens.
Crush that damn bucket. Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and... Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about...
There's a different ending if I throw the bucket in, right?
Nope.
Goodbye.
You can't throw the bucket in.
Oh, you can?
Nope. No matter how hard you try. Stanley won't let go of the bucket.
I didn't want to get rid of the bucket, so...
Yeah, every time you throw the bucket, it does a little thing where like the bucket kind of like looks back at you, and you just hold it back to its original position. So like instead of throwing it, it just goes like shh, shh.
Oh.
It's like so
How
you
many
go-
people have tried to throw in the bucket?
Everyone I've watched, so 2 to 3 people.
So...
Well, not on their first attempt. Both on their first attempt, they said no, and they're like, well, let's see what happens if we try and throw it in. And they're like, nothing happens. So.
Oh, gotcha.
All of this co-workers-
So I'm glad to see I'm in the majority of
Yeah.
not throwing buckets.
Of course.
decided to go to the meeting room.
All right, let's get the powerful ending, the one where we fall.
Today, the bucket asked, Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him. Meeting room.
Or do you want to get the cold feet ending first, since that's a little more difficult, or you step on and then step off? You want to try to do that one first?
Yes, go there. Go to the cargo lift. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket. Did you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices? It's true.
Hey.
You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive.
That sounds scientifically sound.
Yeah, let's do that.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How
Ugh.
clumsy of me.
Ugh, that was...
It's awkward.
Yeah. Alright, now we'll just go in and fall.
Yep.
Good bucket. A strong bucket. A humble bucket.
It's a humble bucket.
A bucket of culture and distinction.
Yes.
Meeting room. Go somewhere else. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket. his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Yeah.
Alright, well that was it.
Alright, cool. So we're doing the phone ending?
Yeah. We'll answer the phone and then we'll unplug the phone. And then we'll end off today's episode with the red blue door ending, and that's it for the right doors.
Hey boss,
What?
The embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
Couldn't agree more.
just want to make sure he was done.
The cargo lift, yes. Go. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
What the
Stanley did not
bucket
know
says it.
why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him.
Yes.
And he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Oh yes. 100%. We never would not listen to the bucket.
The bucket's never steered me wrong.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here.
That
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Blindly.
darn right I did.
Just like we are now. Oh.
Hello?
Now pick up the phone, said the bucket. Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Alright.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
You should be able to control.
Oh.
This is your apartment after all.
Why do I leave my door open like weird?
I don't know.
Wife? Bucket wife?
No, it's just your bucket right there on the chair. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press Y to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Well, that's debatable. Press A to take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well?
Never.
To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Property of Stanley, though.
Yeah, it's our bucket. Press A to go back to work.
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything
Shut
else.
your mouth, narrator. It does whatever we want it to be. It's a friend. Don't listen to the loud man. Press left on the D-pad for us to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket.
It's not awful.
Metal.
Door? Oh, it's right there in the kitchen.
Oh, I was like, where's my bucket?
I thought it was like, is it behind the door? Press up to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
Sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From
Yeah,
now
we got a
on,
bucket.
he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Look at that shine.
It does have a nice shine. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press B to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection, that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier.
Yes.
More capable of transporting liquid.
Couldn't agree more.
Be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Yes. Press right to relive the same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
It's our
I
bucket.
feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket.
Yeah. Press A to go to home and work and home to work and home to work to home.
No, I'm having feelings for the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps.
Oh yeah.
This would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
No. It's our bucket. You gave us a sticker.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
No.
I need it.
Nope.
Give it to me now.
Close your eyes. He's dead. Go back to work, Stanley. Yeah, he straight up murdered the narrator. Great.
That's terrifying.
Awesome.
I will never pick up another phone in the Stanley Parable for as long as I live.
It's probably a good call. Every time we've picked up a phone, it's been sad.
Stanley decided
Pick up the bucket!
Perhaps he had simply missed a man.
Why is it always the phone that makes me press
The bucket made
buttons?
Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things. Now pick up the phone,
No.
said the bucket. Pick up the phone and it will take us back home. Oh, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
Why not?
Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, yes, there is. It's sitting right here.
Let's get another instructional video.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body.
I remember this, yeah.
These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time.
Okay.
With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor.
All right.
Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
But you're not funny.
I will murder you.
This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys.
Yes.
Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian.
Yes, I agree.
An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point. You gut-busting little scamp. After all, with each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles, all of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Alright, I think I can be effectively funny now.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then.
I couldn't agree more.
With that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Alright, let's head back. He'll do it better this time. I'm sure we'll be just dying in laughter. Don't you agree? Oh, look at the little rails.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery.
Yes.
You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept.
Yes.
The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me.
All right.
Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now.
Who knows?
Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Exactly. You ready to be tripled over in laughter right now?
Oh, you know it.
Alright.
I'm overdue for laughter.
Alright, yeah.
Haven't laughed a day in my life.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time you laughed.
No, I made it through a whole try not to laugh video without laughing.
That is true. You didn't even crack a smile. Alright.
You ready?
Yes.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Do I actually have to do this?
I was gonna say, if you enter the door on your left, does he, like, correct you? I think if you enter the door on your left, he's actually like, why'd you do that? I needed to be, like, my comedic timing is off now, and you've ruined everything.
Well, what's the ending?
I think you can go both ways if you want. But we'll go to the, yeah. Keep going.
What? We're back at the phone already? No, what's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this.
I do remember stuff already.
It was supposed to be a build-up to this point.
Yes.
A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit, which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing is completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video.
That might help the narrator.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my... Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay.
Or...
Door's closed behind you, brother.
I don't want to be in the room with the phone. The phone is evil.
I hate the phone.
We're back at the phone.
Alright, I think you need to go through the left door. What's going on? Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Ready?
that's
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay, sure.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone.
Yeah.
Did you not even look at the instructional video?
Come on.
I think this is all covered very clearly.
Yeah.
There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
There we go.
You love the bucket so much, it's like you... It's deserve all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. It was never kind of year, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are.
He's getting good at this.
Do not think it is a delivery. Pale with
We're having an out-of-body experience, sir. We cannot interact with you.
What's another word to describe bucket?
Stanley, if I said mental, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. Get away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket because the whole point of it. I'm no good at Jim. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly
Yep.
That's what will make me the king of comedy again.
Couldn't agree more. More instructional videos.
I thought you were the insightful one and not funny. Not funny? I'm not supposed to be funny. I'm like, oh, I took that seriously.
He's supposed to be the king of comedy when he has that title, of course. Alright.
How could I be so foolish? Alright.
So we got one more ending.
And this is the one where you basically ignore him the whole time.
Yeah.
On the right side.
I think this will be your favorite ending. So far. Couldn't agree more. Very lucky.
But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
That was sick. Didn't even land on the rails this time. Alright. To the 2 doors! Hey, you have a bucket this time. You can walk past and break the rules.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
How dare you?
How could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
Seriously.
Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly.
Because you might break rules like this.
The impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
This may be my favorite ending. Dead serious. I love this ending.
Step in here?
Yeah, step in there. Should step into a loading zone. Yeah. You ready? You're about to be a part of a game show. Is this a bucket?
I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is
So
a
do I have to
bucket.
pass,
It's
fail,
simple.
or does it not matter?
Right? This should tell us everything we'll
Well, I mean,
need to know.
You probably should try and pass, because then you'll know what a bucket is, you know.
Okay, let's begin.
Yeah, let's begin.
Item 1.
Alright.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect.
What?
It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Alright.
Item 2.
Item 2.
Is
Definitely a bucket.
That's definitely a bucket. I would say so too.
incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Alright.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
That doesn't look like a bucket.
No?
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
I hate you so much.
Oh, jeez. Alright, item number 4.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
You're joking, right?
Is it a bucket?
There's no way on earth that is a bucket.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a
Good job.
bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
Alright, next one. Item number 5, coming up.
It's wrong regardless. Every time, isn't it? Except for the
Is this
tractors.
a bucket?
Is that a bucket?
I don't know. I mean,
Is that calling to you? Is it a bucket?
no, it's a bucket.
Incorrect.
No, it's a tractor!
It was a bucket.
Item 6.
Is that a bucket?
Is this a bucket?
Definitely a bucket.
Trick question. both got
It's both a bucket and not a bucket.
Huh.
I don't... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
It's not a bucket.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket...
That's a double
that makes
negative.
it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Do you believe everything is a bucket?
I don't know, is this a bucket?
Do you think it's a bucket?
I mean, it could be a bucket.
Could be a bucket of knowledge.
Could. My Xbox could be a bucket of games. You know what? Sure. Everything's a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
A bucket of emotions.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. I'm going to erase all buckets from the game.
It's gonna erase them. They're gone.
Okay. Here we go.
No!
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me.
Just because I said everything was a bucket.
And you, Stanley, you're still here.
You're
You're
not a
not
bucket
a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news.
So what if I said not everything was a bucket?
Yes, I
You'd
feel
come to the same
much
conclusion.
more at ease right now.
To where the dark is...
To get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything, and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Sounds good.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person?
Get that, guys?
Here it
Honestly, we
is.
should slap a sticker on the game to be like, ah, this in fact is a bucket. That's why I had the sticker. It's for the game.
Yep.
Alright. Well, that's all the endings for today.
Woo!
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally.
Well, that's
That's
different.
great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
I want to see if you can do something really quick.
Okay.
I want you to go get your bucket and then see if you can do that out of bounds ending again. See if it changes anything. You might not be allowed. The doors might close behind you, but that'd be fun.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket
So turn back around.
Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded.
Well, the doors are open. Alright, so get on, yeah, 434.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Got his co-workers really already gone.
Yeah. Oh. Different ending. We got a bucket.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history.
Okay.
Of the countless wars it witnessed.
Okay.
Desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans. And the bucket's own complicity therein. Of sadness and regret. And the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger. Of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm with Stanley.
To this, the bucket furrowed it.
Oh.
No, evil wizard Gambharata.
What?
Machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No! Stanley screamed even louder this time.
Yeah.
This is stupid! You are a bucket!
I also don't sound like that.
This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this? As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
Did we die?
My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power.
What?
We would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Okay, this is yet another ending I did not see. That might be the weirdest one of the game. I'm with Andrew. Alright, we're ending the episode before anything else. Weird.
I'm just trying to process everything I just witnessed.
Yeah. Any questions? Would you like to get this on camera real fast?
So many questions.
Okay, yes, what is it, so?
What drug are we on? It's a bucket.
No, see, because the bucket was actually... We're not on any drugs. Except we might be on all of them because we are addicted to them. But apparently, the bucket
This game makes my brain
was
hurt.
turned into... It was a person who stole an amulet from an evil wizard. But we also had the 12 sages of Gasharumbara, and we knew how to activate them to kill the dark spirits within the bucket.
And then this bucket started bleeding after we stabbed it.
Yeah, because it was a person that got turned into a bucket. Kind of like a, prince got turned into a frog. Same thing. Nope.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle it.
Yeah, we couldn't handle the pressure. You're right.
What if it-
We'll see you guys next time. Peace.